All right, Knights of Apollo, what's up, guys? How's it going? Uh, Hope you're doing well. It's early in the morning. It's like 8:30. I'm a little disheveled. I'm still waking up. But I'm blessed to be here. Got another morning. Grateful for that. Got the webcam on. So you guys know that I'm gonna be sharing a stupid opinion, and I like to make it personal. Still getting used to the webcam, and I always feel uncomfortable. It's like, do I stare? Do I look away? I'll do my best. We're going to be talking about this letter or this message. I don't know why. I think it'd be cooler. He should have called it the address or something epic, but he just called it a message from Total War's leadership team. So I'm going to share my opinion on this. Honestly, when I read this yesterday, I thought nothing of it. I was like, oh, just shallow words, corporate save face, corporate bullcrap. Then I saw there's a ton of excitement and interest in this. I was like, all right, I'll join the bandwagon and I'll make a video. But a lot of people have called me cynical and negative about Creative Assembly or Total War. And well, let me put it this way. I don't think I'm a cynical person. There's a lot of things in this world that I love and I find beautiful and just great. And Total War is not one of them. And that is because I love this game. And it's hard to be positive when you watch something you love be brutally destroyed. It's hard to find something positive in that. Like, it's like a wall crumbling and you're like, oh, I like the rubble. The rubble looks nice. You know what I mean? Like it's just not, it's hard to be positive. And I feel like a lot of my video, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn or brag here, but I feel like a lot of the videos of my criticism have been true. Have been right. I mean, 7 years ago, I made a video called My Issues or My Problem with Total War. And it was when the first Warhammer came out. And that's when I still had hope. Silly me. And I thought, hey, my channel is kind of growing. I feel like I could be a voice of positive change. Everything I said came true. I remember I made criticisms of Pharaoh. And I even got some YouTubers like criticized, the shills or whatever, criticized my opinion. And sure enough, this is what I love. I'm not going to say any names here. But there were some shilly type YouTubers who criticized me for being critical of Pharaoh when Pharaoh came out and bombed and everything I said was right. And they made a video talking about how bad it was. And I was like, oh, that's convenient. So now when it's cool to talk bad about Pharaoh, you do it because, whatever. We won't get into that. But yeah, I have a pretty good track record, even for like things not relating to Total War, like the Napoleon movie. You guys remember my 2-hour-long reaction video to Napoleon with my friend Ryan? We were very critical and we said this looks bad. This looks really bad. And I swear, like, more than half of the people were like ranking on me because it's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. This looks epic. This is going to be so cool. I've been waiting for an epic, movie like this for so long. And what happened? The movie's terrible, like beyond terrible. It's so bad. So I feel like I got a pretty good track record. I'm not bragging here. I don't want to be right most of the time. I want to be wrong. But anyways, let's jump into this. And we'll talk about this letter. So first off, what I really want to see, and again, I'm just being honest here. I'm not going to hold anything back. What I really want to see is the leadership team hand. I don't want to see a message from the leadership team. It's like you live in a country that gets taken over by outsiders and like, here's their message. I don't care. I don't want you in this. I want you gone. I want you canned. Just like you canned like 40% of your employees, bring them back, bring in back the people in the trenches. And I want you gone. How about that? Because Total War or CA, specifically Total War, has been taken over by outsiders, by a regime that does not like you. It does not like Total War. It does not like history. What they really do like is money. That's about it. These new people came in and they thought, hey, how can we manipulate this successful franchise to make more money but easier, dumber games. And how do we do that? And that's essentially what happened. And we got a lot of leaks coming out from developers, and they talk about the chaos. There was like a sexual harassment issue from one of the employees. Like, it's just a nightmare. The nightmare. And it's people who don't even like, I mean, they had like community managers like hating on the history fans and stuff who criticize the, certain aspects of the game. And it's just like, this is a mess. This is a mess. And what really needs to happen, I don't want an apology. I want to see you gone. That's what I want to see. I want to see you working somewhere else, I'll go, like, get some new people in here that actually love the game. And I get it. You gotta make money for the investors. You gotta watch the bottom dollar and everything. But yeah, just get these. Like, what I would love, hey, Roger, hey, step down. How about that? Step down, Mr. Vice President at Creative Assembly, because your leadership sucks, and your games suck. So, how about that? That would be awesome. And then bring back the people you can. That would be cool. Would love that. Now, of course, a company is not a country. You can't vote these people out or whatever. But it is what it is. So we're going to talk about this letter. We're going to go over, I'm not going to go over everything, but we'll just talk about some of the main points. You can read it all yourselves, of course. But yeah, essentially, to me, what this says is that I was going to say Total War fans have got them in a bad place, but really it's the Warhammer fans, their money source, that is upset, and that's what's got them scared. The historical fans are gone. And when I say historical, I mean old Total War fans, because a lot of people call me like a historical snob or whatever. Half of my videos are Lord of the Rings videos. You know what I mean? I don't care about history or fantasy, like whatever I just want the games to be good. And if it is history, make it good, like historically interesting. Anyways, yeah, so he just starts off and he's like, it's been difficult a few months. Yeah, because you're making less money. Yeah. It's not because they don't care. It's like, we recognize that we made mistakes when it comes to our relationship with you all, because we noticed that our bank account is getting smaller. That's basically what's going on here. And I love this little like we are sorry thing, like enter, tab, we are sorry, period, tab, to kind of like make it this like epic thing, like, oh, I'm so sincere, like, we're sorry. They're not sorry. They're just they're trying to get their dummy, they've lost the dummy fans who will just buy anything and play anything. They've lost them because of their silly actions of like banning people from the Steam and everything for sharing their opinions and everything. Honestly, at this point, I just want to see Total War gone. I just want to see them fail as a company, and maybe that's influencing my opinion. Or like I said, the leadership, the higher ups need to be fired. Like, get them out of here, because they've destroyed this franchise, and they're so greedy and they're so gross. And I'm just being honest. I'm not holding anything back. But yeah, Total War is a big and complex ship to steer, built by decades of knowledge, passion. Yeah, right. Passion was like for the first 10 years or something. After that, it's been just greed and laziness. That's what it's been. Then they talk about like Warhammer 3 for a good chunk of this, talking about the winds of change or whatever it's called. What is it? The shadows of change, the winds of change. What is that? Monsters Inc. Anyways, I could care. I don't really care about Warhammer. I despise Warhammer. So, I think it's big reason why Total War is where it's at right now. It's just, they're whatever. You guys know my opinion on Warhammer. But yeah, he's just talking about Warhammer. I really don't care about any of this. Then he talks about Pharaoh. And again, I don't really care about any of this. I'll try to find something positive in this letter. There's one thing I found positive, I guess. Not really. But yeah, they're gonna give some money back. They realize that their shallow, empty reskin of a game is not actually worth what it is. they tried. They're like, hey, hey, it's kind of like, you know, let's just ask for a high number and maybe these dummies will buy it. Well, the dummies didn't buy it. And like what? Like 5 people are playing this game. So they had to they're going to give back some money to the people who actually bought this game. Like, you know, again, like the maybe like 10 people who bought it, and they're going to lower the price of the game, which is what they should have done at the start. Honestly, you know what they shouldn't have done? Not make this game. They should have just made a new engine and made an interesting game. I don't know, Medieval 3, Empire 2, like it literally any of those. I just they could have made Pharaoh interesting, or they could have just called it the Bronze Age or something. I don't know. I don't understand like when so many fans want Medieval 3. Like it is like probably if they just announced Medieval 3, it's kind of like when Pixar is falling apart. I know this is off topic, but whenever Pixar makes a bomb of a video, which movie after movie after movie has been bombs, they're like, all right, Toy Story 6, Toy Story 6, we got to do it. Why can't Total War do that? You know, like Creative Assembly, like they're like, screw it, Medieval 3, Medieval 3. They're asking for it. Let's do it. That honestly would help I mean, if they don't change how they make games, it's going to be a bad game. But at the very least, you got that title, you know, Medieval 3. I don't know why they don't do that. But anyways, yeah, they're going to they're going to lower the cost of the game, and they're going to they're going to give some money back. So again, this is not them being genuine here. It's just saving face. It's just they don't honestly, they don't give a damn about you. They do not. Especially the leadership team. The developers, the people in the trenches, they care about you because they're the ones making the game. They're the ones actually doing the work. The leadership team is just calling the shots and telling them what to do. And there's no negative. Like they failed, not the developers, like as in the people actually coding. They didn't fail. You know, the people working, the actually doing the work, they didn't fail. Who failed is the leadership team. And when the leadership team fails, who gets the crap end of the stick? That is the employees, you know, not the leadership team. So again, how about this? Leadership team, Roger, if you're truly sorry, step down. If you step down, then I would think, okay, maybe he is sorry. You're like, he stepped away from his high position, I'm sure he makes lots of money, and he stepped down. He stepped down, and he then make an apology video, or not video, letter or whatever. Then I would believe that he's truly sorry. But he's not going to do that. So, anyways, they talk about Pharaoh, could care less. I love this, like, very proud of our teammates. Yeah, sure you are. That's why you fired him. We're grateful to all the players who picked up Pharaoh. Yeah, I bet you are. All right, so then we have kind of like a general, like, you know, conclusion to all this. And the one thing I agree with what he said is that you'll need to see change before you believe it. Yeah, actions mean more than words, for sure. But again, I feel like this is just more pandering, and I will continue to believe it's pandering until you actually make a good game and you actually listen to the community and not ban the community for voicing their opinion. So yeah, I wish, honestly, you know what, with the Pharaoh thing, I wish they just said, you know what, guys, the Pharaoh project didn't work. We're just gonna can it. You know, like, it is what it is. They can lower the price. They're like, I think said they're working on DLC or something. It's like, just can it. Just can it. Just like you did with Three Kingdoms. Just like Britannia, Thrones of Britannia. Just can it. Because they're terrible games, and there's no way you can save this game. It's evil to the core. It's bad to the core of the game. You just can't. So I would have rather them say, like, hey, you know what, guys? Sorry about Pharaoh. It sucks. We're just going to move on and work on something epic. All right? That's what I. And then of course, and I'm gonna step down and I'm gonna give up my job because I don't know what I'm doing. That's what I would like to see. But that's just me. So yeah, then he's signing off. He just kind of summarizes and continues to pander to the audience. And yeah, happy holidays. Happy holidays, especially for those people you failed and you had to fire. I hope they're having a good holiday, you know, being jobless and not being able to have money, because it's not by their fault, but because you don't know how to run a company. So thanks, Roger. Thank you, buddy. I don't know. I'm sorry. Look, this guy's name's Attila. Look at that. Anyways, that's my opinion. Yeah, I would just like, maybe like, whoever calls the shots here, I would like to see these guys just like step away. Like, you don't even have to get fired. Just walk away. Just say, hey, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand this community. I don't understand good games. So I'm just gonna step away. That's what I would like to see. But that would then I would trust their opinion or their apology. But there you go, guys. Hopefully this gives you some insight about this message. Hope you enjoyed it. I have really nothing else to say. You can read the whole letter yourself. So you can go into more detail, but that's where I am with Total War, and that is going to be this video. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. And again, I hope one day Total War will be great again. So make Total War great again. I'm definitely on. I want to see them succeed, and I personally enjoy seeing the company struggle, because that means they got to change. And so, like, the dummies who keep buying, you know, Warhammer DLC and these overpriced DLCs and stuff, they can't rely on them anymore. So hopefully we actually see a change in the company, and they make some good games. But, you know, CA is not unique in this regard. Most games have gotten really bad. There's you know, it's like indie games. It's all up to indie games. They still have that magic in them, trying to create creative innovation, like innovating like unique gameplay and stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.